Hello, hello, hello. Looted Wagon update time. This is part of the 40k Orcs contest. This is an update. I have 1 week left, so this is not finished. In fact, this is only partially done. This is what it looks like at the moment. So getting it all rusted up. I don't know if the color really comes out on the camera here, because I haven't really color balanced anything. Let's see if I take off the light. Does it make a difference? So, yeah. So I will give you an update in terms of how I got to this color stage. So, I checked out a video that somebody had suggested to me, and it was essentially, similar painting style as to what I was going to be doing. So, I took, well, I don't know, I wouldn't say I was going to copy it, because I wasn't. I had something else in my head, but it was, the basic idea. We were at least on the same page, right? So, what I wanted to do, what I first did was, it got, based in black, spray painted it black, and then I wanted to do scorched brown, like I believe he did scorched brown as his first color. But unfortunately, as is often the case, it is all dried out. And so I put some water in it, and that's why you see it's kind of glossy looking. But yeah, it wasn't going to come back in time to get any paint actually on the model itself. So I had to go to option number 2, or find an option number 2 at least. So I went and checked, and I had this kind of a dark brown from Reaper, muddy brown here. So I went over and I basically did an overbrush. So I left a little bit of the dark black shining, shining through, as a little splotchy. It wasn't just painted brown, so it kind of had that two-tone-ish look. I then watered down and washed the entire thing in Badab black wash, which obviously darkened the brown even more, and then got into the recesses and all that kind of stuff. After which point I went back to the muddy brown and went into a heavy dry brush. And then once that was done and dry, I took the entire thing. You can see it, paint's already chipping off on the metal portions here. I took the entire thing and wanted to give it an orangey, rusty color, so I found some vermin brown and gave it a medium dry brush over everything, and that's where I'm sitting. So it's kind of got a rusty look to it. I don't know, it's not really showing up on the camera, but it's got an orange tint to it. The entire thing's got an orange tint to it, and it's it's multiple tint colors going on. Maybe here, you can really see it here on the. Well, I can see it with my naked eye, but I don't know if you can. But right there on that rusty portion is, yeah, doesn't really show up very well on camera. That's what color correcting is for, right? And white balancing. Oops. So, it's rusty now, but, really just looks like it's brown on camera, doesn't it? I'm not done, because this is dry brushing. Now I want to basically get in there and sponge some red, get into more red. So I've got this rust brown from Reaper, the Master Series paint. So So I'm going to sponge that on, and then I'm going to go to a real red, and right where I have the other rusty stuff, this is a Phoenix red. I'm gonna give some highlights and stuff to raised areas there with this. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Maybe with a brush, maybe not, maybe, you know, with the sponge again, not too sure. But anyways, that'll be my base and highlight for those. Then that, I think, will be it for the rust portion. Now, I only have a week left to get this painted up, and essentially what the way things get painted is, you know, you gotta wait for things to dry and stuff to go, and I only have so much time. So essentially all these small little bits, things here, they get painted in halves. So, you know, you got one half and you paint that, and then you wait for it to dry and you paint the other half. So I paint them in halves. I paint the tank. I can do the tank in one sitting because it dries by the time I get to the, you know, one half done, and I can do it. So I do that in one sitting, then all the small ones, and then usually this. So this is 3 days worth of painting. Because I'm sponging, I'm thinking I can get probably most of it done in 1, maybe 2. We'll see. Then comes the hard part, and I don't think I'm going to get this done in time for the end of the contest. And that'll be masking off portions and yeah, you know, getting it ready to, well, what do I have to, no, am I masking off? No. First I gotta coat it with hairspray. I'm going to do the hairspray chipping technique on this, and then I've got to mask off stuff. Well, no, I'm going to mask off stuff first, and then I'm going to coat it with the hairspray, and then I'm going to do a paint job. Because yeah, the amount of time it would take to mask stuff off wouldn't be too good for the hairspray, I don't think, because it would take a long time. So it'll probably be a day before I even get to painting over that hairspray. That being said, I will then, normally everybody who does like that technique goes with a, you know, a spray on over top of the hairspray. So maybe, I don't know, I have a gray that I can try, and then I'll do the gray over top, and then I'll chip the gray, and then I guess I'll just have to, I don't know, figure it out from there. See where I go. But in all likelihood, it'll just be this rusted tank in time for the contest, which is a lot more than it's been in the last year or 2 years, whatever, however long I started these videos. You tell me. The only problem is I'm hearing a rumor. I spent all this time on this tank, and I'm hearing a rumor that looted wagons are not going to be in the new Orc Codex. Seriously. What is up with that? That better not be true. Because, honestly, I'm not fielding things with my orcs. Orcs are not going to team up with anybody. You know, I might, maybe I could maybe do an Imperial Guard orc thing going on, maybe. But Eldar aren't going to team up with orcs, no. Necrons aren't, Tyranids aren't, Dark Eldar, no, not going to happen. I can see orcs being like a slave army, so a small batch of orcs and stuff that are used as sort of slaves, and play out that scenario, maybe, sure. But I'm an orc player. I want the orcs to be the dominant portion of the force. Mostly orcs, so I don't know. Yeah. I hope they don't get rid of looted wagons. They are probably one of the most fun things to build in an orc army. It's all that scratch building. It's that picking up another army's vehicle and making it orky. That's all part of the fun of doing orcs. Yeah. Oh well. We'll see. It's not out yet, so who knows. But yeah, just a little update on some rustiness. Yeah, I mean, I could paint this thing for another year. I probably will be painting this thing for another year, won't I? Oh well. Anyways, take care, guys, and yeah, lots of work still going on, so yeah, time is of the essence. Better get to it. Take care.